your favorite. A lot of targets left, and we're going to go after them relentlessly. Relentlessly. This campaign will not stop.
Retzlaff. And the two teams just about set to roll for this one this evening. Ball in the air, picked off by Bosch. Bosch will give to Harlow, and the Prowlers will start with the basketball. And a chance to draw first blood in this one this evening. Harlow on the wing, right side, needs Sorvig. Sorvig checking the inside, nothing there. We'll give back to Bosch and around the perimeter for Harlow. Harlow bounce pass for left corner now for Lowe. Lowe. Harlow eyes the three into the corner for Lowe. Bryan will line up the three ball out of the corner and rolls it home. Bryan Lowe with a three, empty for Retzlaff with the early lead on a three-pointer. A margin of 3-0 early on. Prowlers with the early three-point lead. Inside feed taken away. Turnover on Fergus Falls to start it, and the Prowlers will start it back. Fergus Falls up 3-0 with the basketball. Again, welcome to those of you listening here on KTRF as well as on KBRF in Fergus Falls this evening. Glad you could join us for tonight's contest. Wayne Rolfe, sports director at KTRF, bringing you tonight's coverage. Hope that you enjoy the broadcast. Prowler basketball. Harlow looked at three, got the man in the air, comes to the baseline, pops the two instead. The left-hander will hit it. Seth Harlow with his first field goal. A quick 5-0 lead for Fergus Falls. Christensen on the run. Scoop pass inside. It hits Sorvig right in the nose. Turnover on Fergus Falls. Their second on consecutive possessions. Christensen gets up slow. Low left wing. Picked up there. Low will bank it back on top. As Fergus Falls comes out in a 1-3-1 zone this time down the floor. Harlow, right wing. High in the baseline. Steps there. Checks inside for Sorvig. Nothing. Back to Lowe at the right point. Lowe will hold hold it up top against Christensen and Arneson. Low hook pass, bang to the foul line area. Ahead Bosch, off for Harlow. Harlow checked the jumper, back out top to Low and around for Sorvig. Sorvig, right baseline for Zach Bosch. Bosch will work to the right point, then back out top for Harlow. Harlow bangs into the lane for Sorvig, kick back outside for Low. Now into the corner for Sorvig. Sorvig ball fakes, puts it to the floor, finds Myers in the lane. His jumper no good. Bosch with the rebound. That won't go either. Rebound battled for. Myers has that. That doesn't go. So Thief River Falls with 3 good looks on the inside cannot get paid. It's still 5-0 Prowlers. Fergus Falls with the basketball. Otters looking down low for Retzlaff. Retzlaff will roll in the lane. Double team. Has it knocked away. Taken away. 3rd consecutive turnover on Fergus Falls to start the ballgame. Thief River Falls with a 5-0 lead. Harlow will bring it on the wing right side for Low. Low skip pass and bang down low for Bosch. Bosch trying to put it to the floor and a reaching foul called. Personal here will go on Justin Arneson, his first. And the first on the Fergus Falls Otters. Just underway, 5:39 to play in the opening quarter. 5-0 in favor of Thief River Falls, and the Prowlers with the basketball. Inbound off the double pick for Brian Lowe. He checked the 3 and then changed his mind. He'll settle it to the floor and come right side there for Harlow. Harlow looked at the long jumper. He'll put it back to floor and circle out top. In the center circle, pick free. Taken away by the Otters. Turnover and going to the other end of the floor and drawing the foul is Tim Erickson. Erickson will pick Harlow's pocket and then draw the foul. He'll go to shoot 2 as Seth commits his first foul of the ballgame. And these will be our first free throws. Erickson with the clean pick in the center circle walked in. Harlow fouled him, and Tim Erickson with a chance to put Fergus Falls on the board. 5:26 left in the opening quarter. Thief River Falls hit their first 2 field goals, then missed on 3-point blank shots the next time down the floor. Fergus Falls has turned it over on 3 consecutive possessions, and now off of a Thief River Falls turnover, scores their first point of the game as Erickson hits the front end of the 2-shot foul. Second free throw attempt is also good. Erickson 2 for 2, and it's a 5-2 lead. Thief River Falls by 3. Ahead for Brian Lowe. He'll stop at the left hash mark. Lowe will hold there against the 1-3-1 zone. High post feed for Sorvig. Back out to Lowe. Lowe lining up a long 3 from way out. 5 feet behind the line, and Brian Lowe drains it. Lowe with 6 on a pair of early 3s, and Thief River Falls by 6 at 8-2. Christensen look into the top, and now banged inside for Retzlaff. Back to Christensen, left baseline. Christensen around the perimeter there for Cosette. Cosette to the top for Erickson, and now outside Retzlaff. Back to the top, Christensen. He'll launch the 3 and gets it to go. Titus Christensen with his first 3. And an 8-5 3-point lead for Thief River Falls. 4:39 left first quarter. Baseline. Myers looking for the 3. That's off the iron, no good. Bosch mistimed it, ball loose on the floor and picked up by Sorvig. Sorvig for Harlow. Harlow on the drive to the basket for 2. Myers couldn't get it. Harlow will. He's got 4 and a 10-5 lead. Quickly to the other end. Retzlaff on a fast break goes right baseline and gets his first field goal. 10-7. Thief River Falls by 3. Harlow, left side. He wants to attack the basket. Stops, feeds on a jumper, clanks it off the iron, no good. Rebound inside to Bosch and a foul called. So Harlow couldn't hit the jumper. Bosch will get the board and a chance at 2 shots on the foul. Personal foul here is called on Erickson. It is his first, the second on Fergus Falls. And Zach Bosch will go to the foul line for the first free throws tonight for Thief River Falls. Bosch, the right-handed senior, puts the first underway and hits it. His first point. And an 11-7 margin of 4 again for Thief River Falls. Changes coming for Fergus Falls. As into the ball game will come Andy Larson and Luke Draxton. Larson and Draxton in. As Bosch will look for the second free throw. And gets it. It hangs on the iron and finally drops. So a pair of changes for Fergus Falls. Thief River Falls leading at 12-7. The margin is 5 again. Bang deep. Down low for Larson. Then around the perimeter. Larson gets it back. Makes a pivot move on Sorvig and draws the foul. Nice move down low. Sorvig will draw the personal. His first. And the second on Thief River Falls into the foul line. Here will step Andy Larson. Larson right into the game and promptly with a chance to contribute to this contest as he settles it at the foul line here. Larson's first is good. 8 points for Fergus Falls, 3 of them from the stripes so far. Larson trying to make it 4 in his second point of the ballgame. Right-hander second free throw is up and also good. Andy Larson converts them both. He's got 2 after just entering the game, and Thief River Falls lead is 12-9. Fergus Falls with full court pressure. Inbound to Brian Lowe. Everyone will clear, and Erickson will handle Lowe up the floor. Lowe left side for Sorvig. Sorvig working there on Draxton. Will handle right side for Harlow. Harlow bangs it inside. Ball fake. Myers puts it up over Larson. It hangs on the iron and drops. Ben Myers with his first field goal. A 14-9 lead. Quickly on the run. Christensen has it knocked away. Bosch pushes it back into his shoulder. Turnover Fergus Falls, their fourth. Fourth Fergus Falls turnover early in the game. Change coming now for the Otters as Dustin Cosette returns and Titus Christensen will take a seat. Cosette in, Christensen will sit it down. Thief River Falls with the 14-9 lead and the basketball. A conversion would give the Prowlers their biggest lead of the game. They've led by as many as 6. They're up 5 right now. Cosette will handle against Harlow. Harlow out top as Fergus Falls now in man-to-man defense. Sorvig looking at the jumper, pulls up on the drive, kisses off the iron, no good, and the rebound into the hands of Cosette. Sorvig did everything to get it to drop, and quickly on the run comes Erickson. Erickson into the lane, and an offensive foul. Sorvig stands in and takes the charge, or rather Ben Myers stands in and takes the charge. The foul on Fergus Falls, Tim Erickson, his second, third on the team. It is also a turnover, the 5th on the Otters. Inbound to Lowe, and the Prowlers will clear it out and let Lowe work it up the floor against Erickson, who has 2 personals. Lowe pivots against Erickson. Steps out top. They leave him open. He thought about the 3 and changed his mind. Wrap around pass for Bosch. Bosch ball fakes to the right L and then gives outside for Sorvig. Sorvig checking Myers in the post. Nothing there. We'll skip it off for Harlow. Harlow between the circles gets a pick from Sorvig. Opts not to use it. Then works right side. Now back to his left and under the wing for Lowe. Lowe penetrates. Lowe to the basket. Goes up. Draxton blocked it. Lowe got it back. So Lowe couldn't hit it, but he got his own rebound, backs it out, and resets it for Thief River Falls. 14-9 Thief River Falls. And a foul coming here on the offensive foul in the lane. Personal foul in the lane going to go on Ben Myers. His first and the second Prowler turnover. Myers and Larson battling down low, and Ben called for an offensive foul that time around. 14-9 our score. Thief River Falls by 5 with 2:25 left to play first quarter. Ball handled on the perimeter. Arneson outside to Titus Christensen, who launches the 3 and hits it. Christensen with his second 3-pointer. And it is 14-12, a difference of 2. Prowler basketball. Bosch to the foul line. Working there on Arneson. Bosch will give it right side for Sorvig. Sorvig ball fakes, then back out top for Lowe, who looked at that long 3 again and changed his mind. Bryan will back it back out and handle against Christensen. Right side for Harlow. Harlow looking low for Myers. Nothing there. Will give off on top for Sorvig and around for Lowe again. 1:45 left to play opening quarter. Thief River Falls by a bucket. They've led by as many as 6. Sorvig, right side, into the lane, dumps it back out for Lowe. Lowe penetrates, gives it back for Sorvig. Sorvig's jumper is good. Nate Sorvig gets it to go. All 5 Prowlers who have played have gotten into the offensive flow early. 16-12, Thief River Falls by 4 as Arneson handles the point. Arneson trying to work on Lowe, pivots in the lane, 12-footer and rattles it home. Justin Arneson with his first field goal. 16-14. Thief River Falls by a bucket with 1:14 left in the opening stanza. Harlow, left side for Lowe. Lowe checking out top, now puts it to the floor, gets a pick from Sorvig, and reverses against that. Lowe into the lane, no good, and a foul called, a blocking foul on Andy Larson. Larson stepped underneath. Lowe had it go in the hole and wouldn't stay down. First foul on Larson, 4th on the team. Lowe will go to the foul line to shoot a pair of free throws as the Prowlers get ready to make a couple of substitutions here. John Schoberg ready to come into the ballgame. As the first free throw from Lowe is good, his 7th point. Also into the ballgame, Luke Erickson. And also in for Thief River Falls, John Forney. Second free throw from Lowe is good. He's got 8 points here in the opening quarter. And Thief River Falls is back up for 18-14 with less than a minute to go in the stanza. Christensen outside Arneson looking for 3. Off the iron, off the top of the board, no good. Erickson with the rebound. And a foul called on Cosette on the rebound. So Arneson couldn't get it. Cosette will draw the foul. Changes coming for Fergus Falls. It'll be Prowler basketball. Retzlaff returns to the game, and joining him, Charlie Schoenhardt. Schoenhardt, a 6'3" senior. River Falls against full court pressure. I think we got to delay a game warning for Schoenhardt stepping over the line. He broke the plane. That's what happened. The officials come out to explain to the scorer's table what happened. So Schoenhardt and Fergus Falls warned for breaking the plane. There's an invisible plane on the end line, and Schoenhardt stepped across it. Schoberger triggered in, bounce pass for Lowe. Lowe will work it up against Titus Christensen, then dump it for Harlow. Harlow across the timeline with 40 seconds left into the corner for Luke Erickson. Erickson handles on top, gets a nice pick, and leaves it for Harlow. Harlow off the pick, wraparound pass goes right through Schoberg's legs. Turnover number 3 on the Prowlers. Third Thief River Falls turnover, 34 seconds left, opening quarter. Thief River Falls up by an 18-14 margin. Walking it up is Arneson. He'll cross the midcourt line with 28 seconds left in the first quarter. Swing it on the wing for Schoenhardt, then get it back out top and come left side for Cosette. Cosette, Christensen, and Arneson playing catches. The Otters will play for the final shot of the quarter. Arneson, Cosette, left side. Schoenhardt going deep into the right-hand corner. And now Arneson will start the offense with 7 seconds. Clear out. Arneson stops at 15 feet. Lowe gets a piece of it, knocks it loose. Arneson runs it back down. And a foul called on Thief River Falls with 1.3 seconds left in the quarter. It will not be a shooting situation. Foul will go on Harlow. It is his second. And the fourth on Thief River Falls. This will quickly get Bosch back into the ballgame for Harlow, who has 2 fouls. 1.3 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Erickson will inbound the basketball. Over to Cosette will. He'll find Arneson. Arneson gets it off. It'll count if it goes, and it does. It's good for 3. Arneson with his quickness unloads the 3 before the end of the quarter. After 1, Thief River Falls by 1. 18-17 on KTRF and KBRF.
For ball from Earl's Market, 8th and Main, Thief River Falls.
Big bucket by Justin Arneson at the end of the first quarter of play. Cuts the margin to 1 at 18-17, and the Otters will start the second quarter with the basketball. Christensen spots up for 3, but traveled with it. Turnover number 6 on Fergus Falls here in the first half of play. Thief River Falls basketball leading it by an 18-17 margin. Bosch will work it to the top of the key, then into the lane. Wraparound pass for Servig goes through his hands. Each team turns it over to start the quarter. Turnovers each way to start the second quarter of play. 18-17 Thief River Falls. Prowlers have led throughout, but Fergus Falls with a chance to take their first lead of the first half right here. Arneson handling out top. Wraparound pass low. Retzlaff goes to the baseline, puts it up, but a foul as Myers stepped underneath of him. It will be Ben's second foul and the 5th on Thief River Falls. Second foul, 15 foul. And to the foul line, Justin Retzlaff. He has 2 points, his first trip to the stripe. Retzlaff will go to shoot. 2 shots and the first is good. Retzlaff's first point of the quarter, first point for either team in the quarter, ties the game at 18. Next opportunity is still to come. Retzlaff looking for the first Fergus Falls lead. No good. Players go to the floor as Servig has the rebound. Tied at 18 here early in the second quarter of play. Schoberg will work the right side against Schoenhardt. Out top, Erickson. Erickson off for Servig. Servig eye in the 3. Ball fakes. Wants to go to the basket. Lost the handle. Wraparound pass for Bosch. Bosch for Erickson. He fades on a jumper. That will not go. Servig going up for the rebound, but commits the foul going over the top on the play. His second and the 6th on the team. So Erickson couldn't hit the jumper. Servig will commit the foul, and Thief River Falls has just 6 fouls, but they are on 3 players. 2 each on Servig, Harlow, and Myers. And we told you in the pregame show, Thief River Falls has a light bench tonight with Gallagher gone out of town on a family situation. And also a situation for Justin Shervin, who has mononucleosis and will miss tonight and probably the next game as well on Tuesday for Thief River Falls. He was in double figures the first time these 2 teams played. Fergus Falls basketball in the corner. Arneson for three. Gets it, and the first lead of the ball game for the Otters. Arneson now with 8. He's got a pair of three-pointers. And a 21-18 three-point lead for Fergus Falls. Their first of the ball game. Baseline Schoberg. Outside Sorvig looking for three and a tie. No good. Erickson has the rebound. Ball fakes. Gets Retzlaff in the air and then loses the basketball. So the Prowlers miss it, get the rebound, and then turn it over. Fifth turnover of the ball game. Fast lead down the floor. Braxton skips it for Retzlaff. He drains the jumper. Retzlaff with three. A 6-0 run for Fergus Falls here to start the second quarter of play. The Otters up 5, 23-18, and Thief River Falls wants timeout on KTRF.
How about a giant entertainment center for only $14.99 and a whole lot more? At Slumberland Furniture across from the New Dakota Clinic, Highway 59 South, Thief River Falls, open 7 days a week. And you know, if you're a football fan, you need this coolest recliner. Check it out at Slumberland Furniture.
6 unanswered points to start the second quarter for Fergus Falls, and Thief River Falls now down 5, and a reaching foul call here. I believe it's on Erickson. If it is, it's his third. It is, and it is. Tim Erickson's third personal foul, and the 6th on Fergus Falls. So Erickson's the first player to get to 3. This will quickly get Titus Christensen back off the bench. Prowlers make a change as well as Bosch takes a seat. 6:14 left to play in the first half. Fergus Falls up 23-18. Thief River Falls led it by as many as 6 in the first quarter of play. At 8-2. Lowe will back it back outside and work against the man-to-man defense of the Otters. Kick it on the baseline for Myers. Myers on a drive, throws one toward the hole, no good. Rebound inside Harlow. He'll put it back up. That's no good either. Sorvig with the board and 2. So the Prowlers with multiple shot opportunities get on the board for the first time in the second quarter. On a drive, Larson, he loses the handle, kicks it outside for Cosette. Cosette, Retzlaff. Retzlaff weaves to the basket, puts it up short, no good, gets it back and gets 2. So Retzlaff with his 5th point of the quarter and 7th of the ball game, and a 25-20 lead of 5 again for Fergus Falls, their biggest of the ball game. Thief River Falls basketball down to 5. Left baseline with Seth Harlow. Harlow out top for John Schoberg. Schoberg looking to penetrate, and we have a foul called down low. I think it's on Sorvig, or is it 3 seconds? It's going to be a 3-second violation. 3-second violation on the Prowlers. Their 6th turnover. Each team now with 6 turnovers in the ballgame. Sorvig will take a seat as Bosch comes back in. And even the scorer's table wasn't sure what the goal was, but it was 3 seconds. Inbounded for Titus Christensen, who will walk it up. Christensen. Right side. Schoenhart. Bang down low Larson. Larson goes baseline for Christensen, who checked the 3 and then steps on the perimeter for Cosette. Cosette. Christensen. Larson. Banged inside Cosette. Cosette against Lowe. Nothing there. We'll kick it back out top. Christensen. Christensen loses the handle. Fight for the ball. Ends up with the Prowlers, who lead it for Ben Myers. Myers going to the basket. Larson got a piece of it and got the block. Prowlers wanted a foul. Won't get it. And back the other way will come with Fergus Falls in a lead, 25-20. Christensen outside to bang it down low for Draxton. He puts it up, has it blocked, and the Prowlers have the basketball. Draxton has it blocked by Bosch, and Thief River Falls with the ball. Schoberg will drop it out top for Lowe. Bryan looking to the drive, nothing there. We're back on the perimeter for Bosch. Bosch leaves it for Seth Harlow. Harlow kicks it left side for Brian Lowe. Lowe checking the penetration, nothing there. We'll stop and get back out top for Harlow, who lines up the 3 off the iron, no good. Rebound tipped around, and Draxton has it. Draxton with the board. He'll leave it for Andy Larson. Larson left side, bounce pass low for Cosette. Cosette to the foul line area, into the lane, up strong, no good. Rebound put back on the iron, that won't go either. A pair of missed shots for the newest man in the ballgame, Jacob Dreblow. Dreblow enters the contest and misses twice. Thief River Falls basketball. Fergus Falls by 5 at 25-20. Harlow straddling the three-point line this time. We'll get it to go. Seth Harlow with a half a dozen. 25-22. Fergus Falls by 3. Otters with the basketball and the three-point lead. Down low, Draxton. Outside, Larson. Larson's jumper off the iron, no good. Dreblow, though, with the rebound, trying to muscle his way back inside and traveled with it. So the baseline jumper from Larson was no good. Then a traveling violation after the rebound. Sorvig will come back in and line up for Thief River Falls as Schoberg takes a seat. Draxton, Christensen, and Drevlo will go down. Retzlaff comes back into the ballgame. Schoenhardt is back into the contest. And so is Arneson for Fergus Falls. Fergus Falls holds to the lead at 25-22. Thief River Falls has the basketball. Bosch on the wing right side for Harlow. And Harlow pushed by Cosette, his second foul. The seventh on Fergus Falls. Thief River Falls will go to the foul line to shoot 1-and-1 with Seth Harlow.
But he fell asleep.
First free throws in the quarter for Thief River Falls. Harlow, who has 6 so far. If he converts both, it would tie him for team high and game high honors with Brian Lowe. Harlow, the left-hander, will settle in here with 3:21 left to play in the first half. Front end of the bonus is up, no good. Rebound battle for it, tipped out, and Arneson runs down a loose basketball. Arneson will come in a hurry. Arneson wanting to go to the basket, stops, puts it on the iron. It will not go. Tipped out. Retzlaff has it. It won't go. But a foul called, and it's either on Sorvig or Myers, and either way, it's their third. It's going to go on Myers. It'll be his third. So Arneson couldn't hit it. Retzlaff will keep the ball alive and then draw the foul on Myers, his third, and Thief River Falls in foul trouble again. Myers with 3, Harlow with 2, Sorvig with 2. The free throw from Retzlaff is up and no good. On the front end of a 2-shot opportunity. Justin just one look at the basket in the first quarter and a field goal. Here in the second quarter has 2 field goals and a free throw, and is at the free throw for a second time now. Second one is underway and good. A 4-point lead for Fergus Falls at 26-22. Thief River Falls inbounds it for Harlow. Prowlers will clear, and Christensen will pick Harlow up at center court. Harlow off the pick, goes right side for Bosch. Bosch to the top for Erickson. Luke is open. We'll give it right side now to Sorvig, who works on Schoenhardt. Sorvig around, rises over Retzlaff, and hits the running run at one-hander with the right hand. Nate Sorvig, the junior, has a half a dozen. It's 26-24. Fergus Falls by a bucket. Fergus Falls by 2, and with the basketball, and a traveling violation as Larson took steps receiving the ball. Turnover number 9 on Fergus Falls. 9 Otter turnovers here in the first half. 2:39 left to play in the first half. Thief River Falls and Fergus Falls in a tight one. Fergus Falls by a bucket. The Prowlers lead for Harlow. He'll handle the foul line and kick it outside for Sorvig. Sorvig for Brian Lowe. Lowe working the penetration. Checks the drive. Stops. Kicks out top for Zach Bosch. Bosch, handle of the foul line, in the lane, dumps it off for Luke Erickson. Erickson cut off by Retzlaff, will give it outside for Lowe and reset it left baseline for Bosch. Bosch checking the penetration, works his way all the way, loses his footing and goes down, and the rebound ends up with Schoenhardt. Bosch threw it toward the rim as he went down to avoid the travel. It'll go as a missed shot, and Schoenhardt has the rebound. Quickly, Larson looking inside for Retzlaff. Retzlaff backs his way to the lane, makes a nice little reverse pivot, and leaves it in for 2. 8 in the quarter, 10 in the ballgame for Retzlaff, who now leads all scorers, and a 4-point lead at 28-24 for Fergus Falls. Otters with the basketball. Out top, Lowe. Lowe has it swatted away, out of bounds. It will stay with Thief River Falls. The ball belongs to the Prowlers. As Luke Draxton returns to the lineup for the Otters. Inbounded, Lowe, on the wing for Harlow. Harlow, Erickson, around the perimeter, Harlow again. Into the corner now, left side, Sorvig. They'll give it the foul line. Erickson will rise there. Retzlaff got a piece of it and blocked it. Fergus Falls back with it in a 4-point lead. A chance to take their biggest lead in the ballgame if they convert. Outside, Christensen looking for another 3. This one planks off the iron, and Erickson has the rebound. Erickson with the board. 1:13 left to play first half. Thief River Falls with the basketball. Fergus Falls by 4, 28-24. Sorvig has given up his dribble. Bounce pass for Erickson. Around the perimeter, Harlow. Seth looking down low. Checks the penetration. Gets in the lane. Kicks outside for Sorvig. Sorvig ball fake. Steps to 15 feet. Rises on the jumper and hits it. Nate Sorvig with 8 first half points, and it's 28-26. Fergus Falls by a bucket with 47 seconds left. Arneson pass low to the baseline left side. He'll handle it there. Skip pass for Larson. Trying to go over the top of him is Bosch, and he'll draw the foul, his first. Both teams are in the bonus. We'll go to the foul line to shoot 1-and-1. as Andy Larson will step to the stripe. He is already 2 for 2 from the line here in the first half of play. Sorvig and Harlow, who each have 2, will sit it down, as back in will come Thorny and Schoberg with less than a minute to play here. This is percentages for Bob Johnson to get the players off the floor before they get their third foul. He already has 1 man, Ben Myers with 3. Larson's first free throw clanks off the iron, no good, but comes all the way back out to Andy. Larson will give it out top for Christensen to Arneson, and Fergus Falls will hold for the perfect shot with 30 seconds left here in the half, leading it by 2 at 28-26. Larson, Arneson, and Christensen. The 3 will play catch. Arneson, now right side Larson. 15 seconds, back to Arneson again. The last time they ran a clear out for Arneson, he uses quickness against Brian Lowe. Going to do the same thing again. Arneson loses the handle on it. Loose basketball on the floor. Jump ball goes to Thief River Falls. Turnover number 10 on the Otters. 5 seconds left in the first half. If Thief River Falls converts, we have a tie game at halftime. Fergus Falls by 2 at 28-26. Prowlers will set it in a line on the inbound. Inbound 40, right into the hands of Schoberg. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Schoberg from three-quarter court, off the glass, and no good. And at halftime, Fergus Falls holds to a 2-point lead. At halftime, Fergus Falls 28, Thief River Falls 26 on KTRF and KBRF. We'll do that with our half. Titus Christensen, the inbounded for Fergus Falls. Christensen, Arneson, Cosette, Erickson, and Retzlaff, the starting 5 back on the floor for the Otters. For the Prowlers of Thief River Falls, Bosch, Lowe, Myers, Sorvig, and Harlow. Down low, quick move inside, Erickson to the basket, 2. Tim Erickson with his first field goal. He has 4 points and a quick 4-point lead to start the second half for Fergus Falls. We led it by as many as 5 in the first half. Had chances to go by more than that and never did. Harlow will penetrate into the lane. Kicks it out on the baseline. Myers down low. Bosch dumping it inside. Sorvig for 2. Needs Sorvig with 10. He's the first Prowler into double figures. It's 30-28. The margin is a basket. Otter basketball out top. Arneson for Erickson, and then around Cosette. Cosette to the baseline, right side Christensen. He'll dump it low for Retzlaff. Retzlaff against the double team. Back out for Christensen. He loads to 3 and drains it. Titus Christensen with 9 on 3 3-pointers in the ballgame. And a 33-28 difference of 5. That equals the biggest lead of the ballgame for the Otters of Fergus Falls. Prowler basketball, Seth Harlow on the perimeter for Nate Sorvig. Sorvig dumping it down low. Myers strong position to the basket for 2. Quick lead down the floor. Arneson coming on a run. Leaves it over the rim. Got it, and Harlow's going to get called for the foul. So Myers will get it on one end. Arneson will get it on the other. He's in double figures with 10 and a chance to go to 11 on a 3-point play. And Harlow has his third. So Harlow and Myers now each with 3. That's the first foul on either team in the second half of play. At the foul line, Justin Arneson. The right-hander's free throw is up and in and out, no good. Myers with the rebound. 35-30, the difference is still 5 in favor of Fergus Falls here. Early in the second half of play. Lowe working the left side. Handles against pressure. Down hard goes Cosette. They'll get the ball to Sorvig. His jumper will not go. Myers rebound, puts it back up too strong. Bosch has the board, and stepping underneath him is Erickson. He's got 4. So Myers couldn't hit it after the miss on the perimeter by the Prowlers. And the foul on Erickson is his 4th. Erickson will take a seat. Luke Erickson will come in for Ben Myers for Thief River Falls. It's Larson on the floor for the Otters. Inbound in the corner, Sorvig. Out to the right point for Brian Lowe. Lowe will handle there, draws a double team, dumps it back for Sorvig. Sorvig wraparound pass, wide open, Erickson for 2. Luke Erickson, the first points off the bench tonight for the Prowlers of Thief River Falls. And it's 35-32, Otters by 3 again. Both benches working the officials in this one. Retzlaff going strong baseline. Erickson stepped underneath of him, and he'll draw the foul. His first, second on the team, and back to the foul line again, Justin Retzlaff. Retzlaff will shoot a pair. He is 2 for 4 from the foul line thus far in this game. Glad Glad you could join us tonight on KTRF in Thief River Falls and KBRF in Fergus Falls. Justin Retzlaff's first free throw is good. He has 11 to lead all scorers in the basketball game. And it's a 36-32 margin of 4 again for Fergus Falls. Retzlaff will look to make it 5. Off the iron, no good. Rebound tipped around, tipped out, and into the hands of Retzlaff. So Retzlaff will get it back after the missed free throw. Inside, Larson for 2. Andy Larson's first field goal. He has 4 points. And a 38-32 margin of 6, the biggest lead of the ballgame for either team, belongs now to Fergus Falls. The Prowlers led by 6 in the opening quarter at 2 different times. Lowe will look for 3 and try and cut it in half. No good. Rebound comes out into the hands of Arneson, who works on the run. Arneson deep down the floor in the corner for Cosette. Tipped up in the air. Run down low by Larson and back to Cosette. Cosette muscled his way to the basket. Lowered his shoulder. Will be called for an offensive foul. That will also be a turnover, the 11th on Fergus Falls, and their first in the second half of play. So Cosette will draw the foul. It is his third. So Erickson has 4. Cosette has 3 for Fergus Falls, and the Otters, like the Prowlers, now in some foul trouble. That's the second foul on Fergus Falls in the second half of play. Prowlers with a basketball. Fergus Falls leading it 38-32. Baseline left side for Zach Bosch. Bosch handles and dumps it low for Myers. Myers strong to the iron, short, no good. Rebound, but to the floor goes Arneson. Knocked away from him by Myers. The jump ball will go to Thief River Falls. So Myers will miss the shot. Arneson will get the rebound and then be credited for a turnover. The 12th on Fergus Falls as Luke Draxton will come into the ballgame here for Dustin Cosette, who has the 3 fouls. Zach Bosch will trigger it in. Underneath the Thief River Falls hoop. Looking down low for Sorvig. Sorvig trying to rise, but travel with the basketball. 7th, the Thief River Falls turnover. 5:12 left to play in the third. Fergus Falls by a half a dozen can take their biggest lead of the ballgame if they convert. Arneson will stroll it down the center of the floor, then come right side for Larson. Larson down into the post, deep for Draxton. Draxton with a little jump hook, gets it to go. First field goal for Luke Draxton, and a 40-32 lead of 8 now for Fergus Falls. It was a 2-point lead at the half. Schoberg will handle through traffic, bounce pass left baseline, Sorvig. Sorvig back out for John Schoberg. He circles to the foul line, then kicks it right baseline for Myers. Myers out for Lowe, who backs it back out to the right wing. Low directed traffic there. Wraparound pass for Sorvig. Knocked away, taken away. Turnover number 8 on Thief River Falls. Their second here and a half. All the way underneath. Christensen for Larson. Larson goes up, has it knocked free. Ball loose on the floor. 2 players scramble for the basketball. And the foul's going to be on Sorvig, I think. It is his third. Sorvig fighting for the loose basketball will draw the foul. It is his third. So Sorvig, Myers, and Harlow now all with 3 for Thief River Falls. Prowlers have committed 3 here in the second half of play. Changes coming for both teams. We have some blood on the floor and a stoppage for that. As it looks like Draxton took a shot in the mouth. And he's headed for the training room, I think. As they get things cleaned up, and Schoenhart will come in for him. It'll be Fergus Falls basketball after the foul call on Thief River Falls. Otters with it, and an 8-point lead, 40-32. Inside, Retzlaff, and it's going to be called for clearing out, I believe. Yep, offensive foul on Justin Retzlaff, his first. The third on Fergus Falls here in a half. That was also a turnover. The Otters 13th of the ball game. It'll be Thief River Falls basketball as the Prowlers trail it now by 8. Shepard on the outside looking for Bosch. Bosch trying to drive baseline, and a foul called here on Titus Christensen. Christensen whistled for the personal. It will be the first foul on Christensen, the 4th on the team. 4:03 left to play. Here in the third, Fergus Falls by 8. Thief River Falls basketball inbound to Low. He penetrates to 14 feet. Kicks it outside. Schoberg spots up on a jumper. That will not go. Thief River Falls has gone ice cold. And Fergus Falls is making the Prowlers pay for it. Down inside, Arneson on a drive and a holding foul called here. personal foul will be whistled on Brian Lowe. It will be his first and the fourth on the team. First personal, fourth team foul on Lowe. Ball inbounded by Schoenhardt for Retzlaff. Retzlaff trying to go back to Lowe. Myers knocks it away and is hit with the foul, his fourth. So Myers, the first player for Thief Falls with 4. He joins Erickson from Fergus Falls, who also has 4. And it's the 15th foul on the Prowlers here in the camp with still 3:48 left to play. Fergus Falls by 8 and with the basketball looking for their biggest lead of the ballgame. Outside, Larson. Baseline right side, Arneson. Arneson into the lane, loses his footing. And went down hard. And a foul here is going to be called on Zach Bosch for a block. So the Prowler foul starting to mount up. That's their 6th already here in the half, and we still have 3:43 to play here in the third. Which means it'll be Fergus Falls basketball, although Bosch stands out of bounds like he's going to get to take it in. Now Arneson will come out of the game. Limping a little bit, and in for him, the first appearance of the contest. For Fergus Falls is Nicholas Pickett, a 5'8", 5'9" junior. Pickett in for his first action. Fergus Falls basketball. Shot up. And Retzlaff will get another hoop. He's got 13 now, and the margin is 10, the biggest of the ball game, as the Otters have opened it up here in the second half. Prowler, long jumper, no good. Rebound tapped out, and a foul call. I think this one's going on Christensen. It is on Titus Christensen. It is his second, the 5th on the team. So both teams in foul trouble after the Prowlers take an ill-advised shot. And Bob Johnson wants timeout. We'll be back. Fergus Falls by 10 at 42-32 on TTRF and KBRF.
That's phone 681-7312.
Thief Falls basketball off of the Titus Christensen foul. His second inside jumper up, no good from Sorbig. And Thief Falls with just 3 field goals this quarter. Meanwhile, Fergus Falls has opened it to a 10-point lead at 42-32. It was 28-26 at halftime. Otters outscoring the Prowlers here in the quarter 14-6. Inside, and another foul call on Thief Falls. This one on Brian Lowe is his second. To the foul line will go Charlie Schoenhardt to shoot 2. Schoenhardt gets ready to shoot a pair. Leading it by 10 at 42-32. Thief Falls had a 6-point lead twice in the first quarter, as Schoenhardt now makes it 11 with his first point of the ball game. And Thief Falls up by 5, had a possession and a look to go up 7, did not convert. The Otters eventually cut it to 1.
Do you mind your own business with Western?
Free throw now from Schoenhardt is also good. Schoenhardt hits them both to make it 44-32. The difference of a dozen now for Fergus Falls. Harlow outside for Sorbig. Sorbig rolls into the lane, backs it out against Christensen for Harlow, who pops a left-handed jumper. It is short, no good. And the rebound to Retzlaff. Retzlaff with the board. Off of the short jumper. And the Otters with a chance to really open it up here, leading already by a dozen. Baseline, Schoenhardt outside for Larson, who directs traffic. Larson off into the hands of Retzlaff, then around the perimeter. Christensen banged down low for Larson. Larson in the right box. Handles and kicks it on the perimeter. There for Pickett. His jumper will not go, and Erickson has the rebound. Erickson with the board and ahead quickly for Schoberg. Schoberg will hold it to Luke Erickson with T20 left to play here in the third. Bosch outside Schoberg. He ball fakes, comes on a drive all the way around underneath for Zach Bosch. His jumper is short up the side of the board, no good. And Titus Christensen with the rebound. Christensen will hurry it back along with Pickett. Bounce pass low. Larson for Retzlaff. Retzlaff trying to muscle his way free. Could not. Back for Larson. Larson back to Retzlaff again. Retzlaff turns, puts it on the iron, no good. Erickson has the rebound. Has it knocked away and out of bounds, but they say last touch by the Prowlers. It will stay with Fergus Falls. 1:54 left to play. Here in the third, Fergus Falls on top by a margin of 44-32. Inbound Schoenhart to the top for Pickett and around the perimeter for Christensen. Now right side Larson. He eyed the jumper. No good. Down low. Retzlaff will put it up. That won't go. And Retzlaff trying to follow his own shot will draw the foul. It'll be his second and the sixth on the team. So both teams are in the bonus the rest of the way, and we still have 1:45 to play here in the third. Going to be a lot of free throws shot down the stretch of this one at the rate that we're going. 44-32. Fergus falls by a dozen. Thief River falls with a basketball. Prowlers have been held to 6 points in this quarter by the Otter defense. Out top, Erickson. Around the perimeter, for is Harlow. Harlow will give it off into the hands of Schoberg. Schoberg trying to move deep. Finds Sorbiger. Did not. Pickett took it away. Turnover number 9 on Thief River Falls. Their third here in the third quarter. Down low, Larson. Larson in the lane. Puts it on the iron and gets it to go. Andy Larson with his second field goal of the quarter. He's got 6. And it's 46-32. It's up to 14. Prowlers have been outscored by a dozen here in this quarter. At top now, Sorvig. Sorvig penetrates, kicks it baseline for Bosch. Bosch sets a little short jumper. That will not go. Tip back out to Zach. He goes strong to the glass and draws the foul. Bosch couldn't hit it, but will draw the personal off of the rebound opportunity. And he'll settle to the foul line here. So Zach Bosch will go to the foul line. Thief River Falls with Fergus Falls leading it by a 46-32 margin rather. First free throw is underway and good. Bosch with just his third point of the ball game, all from the charity stripe, and only the 7th point in this quarter for Thief River Falls. Schoenhart will come out as Arneson now returns to the lineup for Fergus Falls. Second free throw from Bosch, hangs on the iron and drops. It's good, and now Zach will get a rest as Lowe comes back into the ball game. 46-34, the difference is 12. This third quarter has belonged to the Otters of Fergus Falls. 48 seconds left to play here in the third. Draxton comes back with some ice on a bloody lip. As Pickett will stroll it up the floor. He'll swing it left side for Arneson, and once again, Fergus Falls will play for the last shot. This is the third quarter in a row. The Otters have played for the final shot when they had possession with less than a minute to play in the quarter. Using up a lot of time, and he can get away with it now, especially leading it by a dozen. On the perimeter, Pickett and Tyus Christensen on the right side. Christensen will hold with 18 seconds. Christensen now will put it to the floor and leave it for Pickett with 9 seconds. They tried to isolate Arneson the last couple of times. They'll do it again here. Good pick. Lowe went hard to the floor off the pick, and Lowe comes up limping. Shot for Pickett for 3 at the end of the quarter, and it's good. Lowe took a hard pick. Pickett will drain the 3, and Fergus Falls leads it 49 at 34 at the end of 3 quarters of play on KTRF and KBRF. Percent off at 32 Thief River Falls. Well, Thief River Falls 3 for 12 in that quarter from the field, scoring just 8 points. Fergus Falls 8 of 12, and promptly scores with Arneson to start the fourth quarter of play. Justin Arneson now with a dozen in the ball game. 51-34, the biggest lead of the contest for Fergus Falls at 17 here as we open the fourth. Harlow's jumper up, no good. Myers with a rebound, and Christensen will be called up for the clear out underneath. It is his third foul. Both teams are in the bonus. That will put Ben Myers at the foul line. Myers has been held to 4 points tonight. Foul problems have been a part of that. Myers at the stripe now. And he'll settle in. This free throw no good. Rebound Sorvig. That won't go either, but he's fouled on a play. So Myers missed. On the front end of the bonus, Sorvig got the rebound and then drew the foul. This one will be on Retzlaff. It is his third. And Sorvig will go to shoot a pair. First free throw of the night for Nate Sorvig, and the first is good. He has 11. Sorvig, who had a dozen in the first meeting, can match that number if he converts here. Free free throw from me. He's in and out, no good. Rebound Myers. He tries to put it back, no good. Then gets it back again. Going up a second time, no good. Myers with 2 looks on the inside. The Prowlers with multiple shot opportunities that come away with 1 point. Deep pass. Retzlaff could not control it, but Myers going to be called for pushing him out of bounds. The foul is Ben's 5th. He's out of the ballgame. Ben Myers is going to foul out with just 4 points and leave with 7:22 remaining to play. And tonight of all nights, the Prowlers could ill afford foul trouble with Shervin gone with mononucleosis and Gallagher gone for family business. But Myers is out, and Retzlaff will go to the foul line to shoot 1 in bonus. He is 13 in the ballgame and is 3 of 6 from the stripe. He'll shoot 1 and 1 here. First is underway and off the iron, no good. Retzlaff has struggled from the foul line. Arneson gets it back and puts it up, but that won't go either. And Thief River Falls has the basketball. Prowlers come down the floor, but Arneson hustling back, knocks it away and out of bounds. Ball will be inbounded by the Prowlers. Schoberg triggered, and he'll find Lowe. Lowe was hot early at 8 points in the first quarter. Since then, he has not scored. On the perimeter, Schoberg. He'll give it off for Servig. Servig ball fakes, rises on the jumper, and rolls it home. Nate with 13 to lead Thief River Falls in scoring. That ties in for game-high honors as well. 51-37, Fergus falls by 14 with 6:45 left to play. Foul line, Retzlaff. Retzlaff ball fake, steps into 12 feet, rises on the jumper and hits it over Erickson. Retzlaff with 15 to take back the game-high honors now. 15 of his team's 53. 6.5 minutes to play. Bounce pass down low, goes off the Retzlaff foot and out of bounds. It will stay with Thief River Falls. So the Prowlers will maintain possession of the basketball. Changes coming for the Otters now. As Larson back into the ballgame. Ball inbounded. Low relies on the jumper. Air ball, and Larson has the rebound. Low for 3s and starting off with the first 8 points. Arneson on the drive and a foul call on the floor. This is on Harlow. It is his 4th. So Myers is gone. Harlow has 4. Servig has 3. And Thief River Falls has a depleted bench this evening due to illness and family situations. Arneson at the foul line. Both teams with 19 fouls, and the next foul for each will be in double bonus. Running to the bonus here is no good. Servig lets the ball come to the floor and has the rebound there as Arneson misses a free throw. Braxton getting ready to come back in at the next whistle for Fergus Falls. Prowlers with it. Erickson right side. Luke work on Retzlaff. Will give on top for Lowe. Lowe against Arneson. Now deep right side for Servig. Servig against Larson. To the top for Harlow and around. Left side now for John Schoberg. 6 minutes left to play. Fergus Falls by 16. Down low. Schoberg. He rises on a jumper and gets it to go. John Schoberg with the field goal. Just the second basket off the bench for Thief River Falls tonight. 5:45 left to play. Larson will spot up the jumper. That is short off the iron, no good. And Cosette trying to fight his way around Harlow will draw the foul. It is his 4th, and will go to the other end to shoot 1 in bonus. Larson with the miss. Cosette will draw the personal foul, trying to fight his way around. He has 4. This will bring changes as Erickson, who has 4 fouls, gets ready to come in along with Draxton, but it is a 2-shot opportunity for Seth Harlow. So they'll have to wait. Harlow with a half a dozen all in the first half. He has not scored here in the second half of play. Thief River Falls just 1 of 3 in this quarter from the foul line. And still 1 of 4 now as this one will not go. Spins in and out. 3 of 6 in the second half and 7 of 11 in the ballgame now for the Prowlers, who missed just 1 free throw in the first half of play. Harlow gets the second. He has 7. 53-40, back to a 13-point lead for Fergus Falls, who had led it by as many as 17. Skip pass, Erickson left side, banging it down low. Arneson trying to operate there, scoops it out top for Larson. Larson looked like he got away with steps. It's tipped out, and Erickson has the basketball. Schoberg on the run, kicks on the perimeter. Erickson around the top for Harlow. Harlow ball fakes into the lane, and a foul called here. If it's on Cosette, he is gone. No, instead it's going to be on Larson. It'll be his second. There'll be 2 free throws again for Seth Harlow. Harlow has 7 in the ballgame. All the noise you heard behind us were the Prowler fans who thought that Larson traveled. And it kind of looked like he took a little bunny hop. The left-handed Harlow hits the front end of the 2-shot opportunity. He has 8 and cuts the margin to a dozen at 53-41 with 5:15 to play. Larson now will come out of the lineup and back into the ballgame for Fergus Falls. We'll check. Titus Christensen as Harlow hits them both. He's got 9. 53-42, an 11-point lead for the Otters with the basketball and 5:08 left to play. Braxton to the top, Arneson. Arneson spots up for 2. It will not go. Rebound to Sorvig. Sorvig with the board off of the Arneson miss. River Falls can cut it under double figures if they convert. Out top, Lowe. Lowe somehow avoids Arneson and holds it right point. He's picked up his dribble. In trouble. Now we'll give it to Sorvig. Sorvig working the right-hand side. Shakes and bakes. Drives into the lane. Has it knocked away on a foul. It's on Erickson. He's out of the ballgame. Erickson will leave with 4 points. Second player to foul out. 1 for each team now. They haven't told the officials yet. And now will. It's a 5th foul on Erickson. He'll finish tonight with 4 points. So Erickson for Fergus Falls, Myers for River Falls, both foul out here relatively early in the 4th quarter of play. And both with 4 points as Nate Sorvig will go to the foul line to shoot 2. Sorvig is 1 for 2 on the night and has 13 and now misses this one. And Erickson is still on the floor. They called it on Cosette, not on Erickson. Sorry about that. And he will foul out instead and foul out with no points. Sorvig gets 1 of 2 and cuts it to 10. 53-43. Sorvig now with 14. Otters with the basketball, and they're going to spread the floor out a little bit with 4:20 left. Bounce pass down low, kicked away by Harlow. It will stay with Fergus Falls. The Otters will inbound underneath their own hoop. Retzlaff will trigger it in, or rather Arneson now will trigger it in with 4:20 left to play. 53-43, Fergus Falls by 10. Lobbed out top for Erickson. Erickson will leave it for Christensen. Schoberg went down, left Christensen wide open, and he popped the 15-footer. Titus Christensen now with 11. He's the 3rd Otter into double figures. 55-43, the margin back to a dozen for Fergus Falls. Luke Erickson, right baseline, outside low, wide open, looking for 3. He's not scored since the first quarter, still doesn't. Luke Erickson, rebound, the putback is good. Luke Erickson with 4 on the putback of the Brian Lowe miss, and it's back to 10 at 55-45 with 3:50 left. Otter basketball leading it by 10. Braxton wide open. Will kick it into the lane there. Retzlaff, his 14-footer will not go. Rebound pulled down by Harlow. Harlow with the board off the Retzlaff mitts. And the ball belongs to River Falls. Prowlers trying to drive, and a blocking foul called here. This one will go on Luke Braxton. It is his first. Back to the foul line again will come Nate Sorvig. Sorvig is 2 for 4 from the foul line on the night, and again will shoot a pair. 55-45. Fergus Falls leading it by 10. Sorvig's first free throw off the heel, no good. Sorvig 2 for 5 from the foul line as Larson comes into the game. And Braxton now will take a seat. 3.5 minutes left to play. Fergus Falls by 10 at 55-45. Sorvig trying to get it under the 10-point margin. The second one will not go either. Sorvig, in his last 2 trips to the floor, has had 4 free throws and hit just 1, and the lead's still at 10 for Fergus Falls, and the Otters want timeout. 3:23 left to play in a basketball game. Fergus Falls up 55-45 on KBRF and KBRF. Fergus Falls basketball leading it 55-45 with 3:23 left to play in the ballgame. And it surprised me at all to see the Otters spread the floor a little bit here. Christensen will give out top. Erickson on the perimeter. Larson checked the three, got Sorvig into the air, and then gives back out top. Erickson banging it down low for Larson. Larson will back into the right corner, then give back to Erickson. To the top for Christensen and around for Arneson. Arneson drives baseline, cut off, throws it back out top for Larson. Larson into the corner, Arneson looking out top again for Larson, and then off into the hands of Erickson, down to 2:50 left to play. Into the post, Retzlaff, knocked free, it's loose on the floor. Still loose on the floor, still chasing for it, Lowe trying to save it, could not, but he's pushed out of bounds by Arneson. It'll be a turnover on Fergus Falls, their 14th for Arneson, his second foul, and will walk to the other end to shoot two shots for Brian Lowe. Lowe, who has not scored since the first quarter, will step back to the foul line. But River Falls is going to get back in this when they have to hit free throws. Here in the fourth quarter, the Prowlers are 5 of 10 from the foul line. Fergus Falls opened up a tight ball game in the third, outscoring River Falls 21-8 in the quarter to take a lead of 15 at the end of the quarter. First free throw from Lowe is good, his 9th point. He looks to become the second Prowler into double figures if he converts it back in. Second one is no good. Long rebound tipped around. It's loose on the floor, and Erickson has it. Long lead pass, Arneson. Arneson to the basket, dumps it off for Larson, and throws it away. Prowler basketball on the 15th Otter turnover. 2:38 left to play. It is a 9-point basketball game. Fergus Falls leading River Falls 55-46. Certainly different affair than the first time these two teams met, when the Otters blew it open early. Harlow will handle out top. Gets a pick from Sorvig. Wants to drive baseline. Comes all the way underneath. Bounce pass Lowe. Lowe spots up for three. Off the iron. No good. Rebound to Erickson. Erickson. Quick lead for Retzlaff. Retzlaff will handle right side. Back to Erickson. And now around the top. 2:15 left to play. The Otters by 9 with the basketball. Erickson had the 15-footer. Passed it up. Retzlaff in the lane. Little running 10-footer. Gets it to go. 4 1/4, 17 in the ball game now for Retzlaff, who leads all scorers, and a 57-46 lead of 11 at River Falls once timeout. Less than 2 minutes to play in the ball game. Fergus Falls by 11 on KTRF and KBRF. Now Fergus Falls by 11. Prowlers will inbound it into the backcourt for Seth Harlow. Harlow will work it up right side and then give it the top for Lowe. Lowe back to Harlow. He'll spot up for three. The left-hander hits off the heel, goes over the top of the backboard. Retzlaff with the rebound. Retzlaff with the board. Long outlet. Erickson. Erickson for Larson. Larson almost lost the handle. Kicked it out top. Christensen and now Arneson. Arneson in the lane. Puts it on the iron. No good, but a foul call. Foul here is going to go on Lowe. It is his third, and will send Justin Arneson to the foul line. Arneson will shoot two as both teams are over the limit. 1:36 left to play in the contest. Fergus Falls by 11 at 57-46. First free throw is good. Arneson's first free throw of the night. He is 1 for 3 from the foul line and has now 13 points in the contest. Opens it up to a dozen at 58-46. It was 18-17 River Falls after one. Second free throw from Arneson is no good, and Luke Erickson has the rebound. Long lead, Nate Sorvig. Sorvig left baseline to the top. Harlow. Harlow ball fake, steps in and will launch for three. That is short, no good. The Prowlers all of a sudden have no legs left, and Arneson with the rebound. Arneson, though, quickly turns it over. 16 Fergus Falls turnovers. Harlow for Lowe. Lowe outside Schoberg. He'll spot for three. Banks it in for two for the bucket. So Schoberg will hit the three. River Falls wants timeout. 58-49. Fergus Falls on KTRF and KBRF.
Sorvig Oil Company of River Falls is just a phone call away. Okay. Call 681-6434 for Sisler Country Blossoms.
Fergus Falls basketball up a timeout. Quick feed. Retzlaff no good. Rebound Erickson. Retzlaff with the miss. Erickson with the rebound. We have an official stoppage at play as Retzlaff is looking and holding the knife. Retzlaff shakes his head, says, yeah, I'm fine. It'll be Thief River Falls basketball. As Coach Gary Schuler takes a stroll about 4 strides onto the floor. Thief River Falls will inbound it at side court. Schoberg to trigger it in. For Servig. 1 minute left to play. Fergus Falls by 9. Up top, Harlow. Harlow for Schoberg and around for Lowe. Lowe. Off for Servig. Servig for Harlow. Harlow loses the handle on it. Gives it back to Lowe. Lowe off of a pick with 44 seconds left. Outside Servig. Prowlers looking for a shot. So far, good defense. Outside Erickson. Erickson will spot it for 3. Air ball, no good. And Christensen has the rebound. Christensen with the board will leave it for Erickson. Erickson will stroll it back with 25 seconds left to play. Into the hands of Arneson. Lowe will bump him and draw his 4th foul. To the foul line, Justin Arneson to shoot 2. Arneson on the night with 13 points. 23 seconds left to play. Barring a miracle for Thief River Falls, Fergus Falls is going to improve to 10-3, and the Prowlers are going to fall to 4-8. But a much different game this time around than the game 2 weeks ago. Arneson's first free throw was good. 4 in this quarter and 14 in the basketball game, and a 59-49 margin. Second free throw from Arneson is short, no good. Rebound Servig. Servig for Schoberg. Schoberg leaves it out top of wants to for Harlow, and instead we'll give it to Lowe. Lowe, long three-point attempt, in and out, no good. Titus Christensen with the rebound. Christensen will give it for Erickson. 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3. Ball game is over, and Fergus Falls will win it. Fergus Falls 59. Thief River Falls 49. We'll be back with our post-game coverage on TTRF in Thief River Falls and KBRF in Fergus Falls.
For many people, certified public accountants mean tax preparation. With over 50 years of service to Northwest Minnesota, Kays, Benton, Safransky & Company in Thief River Falls